These are the top 10 most impactful reads for me so far. And the first one is a recent one, Boys Come First by Aaron Foley. I absolutely love this. I devoured this. This is short to me. Don't know if that means it's short to you, but it's short to me. And I think it is so worth the read. Think Waiting to Exhale, but make it Black gay men. Think Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, but make it Black gay men. This is a trio of magic. We are following love, we are following loss, we are following some things that might need to have a trigger warning, but in a general sense, this was amazing. So, number 10, Boys Come First. Next book that I'm going to recommend is The Mercenary and the Mortician by Alexandra St. Pierre. I had such an amazing time with this, but I have to say, trigger warnings. This is dark, dark, dark romance. It's the darkest romance that I have ever read personally, and I have seen that the author herself doesn't even consider this like Black in terms of dark romance, but for me this was very, very dark. It's the darkest thing I've ever read, but I 100% recommend this. If you want to go on an emotional journey, The Mercenary and the Mortician is definitely a read that you need to pick up. The Deep by River Solomon is going to be my number 8 pick. I'm saying numbers, but this is not based on like how much I like each one. These are all 8-star reads for me. Just throwing that out there. But The Deep by River Solomon is a short, sweet, amazing read about the offspring of enslaved people that are thrown off of the ships during the transatlantic slave trade, and they become mermaids. They are saved by the sea and the whales and gifted magic to live, and it is such an interesting story, and it is told in such an amazing way. And I have to say, this subject matter for everyone, I feel, not just people of color and not just people whose ancestors took part in the transatlantic slave trade, but I feel like for everyone, this subject matter can be like very triggering, and it can feel like something that people don't want to read about because it's something that's sad or whatever the case is that makes people want to avoid things like this. But this story is handled in such an amazing way, in such a beautiful way, and not in a pointing the fingers at anybody way. It's about the beauty that can come from a horrible situation. Also, this is sapphic, and it has a beautiful sapphic romance in The Deep. You need to go put your eyes on this. I don't know what more to say than that. Iron Gold is my most recent Pierce Brown read. Y'all, I love Pierce Brown. Cannot do any wrong. Every book in the series gets better and better and better and better, and Iron Gold is no exception. This month, I'm actually going to start Dark Age, which I hear is also quite intense. But Iron Gold was the first 6-star read in the Red Rising saga for me. I highly recommend that you pick this up. It was extremely impactful for me. A Memory of Light by Brandon Sanderson and Robert Jordan, the final book in the Wheel of Time series. I finally finished that read this year, and this was a journey just because I dedicated so much time to reading these 14 books. Robert Jordan is, and maybe will always be, my favorite author, and to put a period at the end of this journey was so gratifying. And I absolutely love this book. I love the ending. I think it was done well. What Brandon Sanderson had to add to it, I don't knock it at all. And I'm happy that we at least have this finished work by my favorite author. Oathbound by Tracy Deonn. This is another book where I felt like the character and I have shared experiences, and I absolutely love this. This is the third installment in the Legendborn series, saga, I'm not sure. And it was the best book so far. If you have not put your eyes on Legendborn or any of the books in this 3-book series so far, what are you waiting for? Tracy Dion is doing some amazing stuff in literature, and we need to support her work. Alpha Heat by Lita Blake. We have an interracial couple in an MM romance. Lita Blake's writing in general is very impactful, and this story is no exception. The reason why this makes it here instead of Slow Heat, Slow Birth, or Bitter Heat, this is book 2 in that series, and the reason why this makes it here is because 2 of the characters that I really did not like from the first book are the main couple in this book, and because I didn't like them, I already had strong emotions about the characters, and Lita Blake manages to give the reader, me, a complete 180 turnaround, and I absolutely love this couple. I think they are the best couple in the series, actually, and I had an amazing time with this. If you have not put your eyes on any of Lita Blake's books, what are you doing? Read Lita Blake. House in the Cerulean Sea, TJ Klune ripped my heart out, handed it back to me in pieces. I love this family-friendly MM romance that is packed with every kind of element that you could want in a modern age and in a modern piece of literature. I had such an amazing time with this. I highly, highly, highly recommend this and any book from TJ Klune. This month, I have some more TJ Klune on the list. I'm going to read Wolf Song for the first time. So those of you that are always recommending that I read Wolf Song by TJ Klune, I am going to read that this month, and I'll let you know what I think. Sorrow and Starlight. This is the last book in the Zodiac Academy, and just like the Wheel of Time series, the Zodiac Academy series, I think it's 11 books in that one, took me on a complete journey and completely took over the whole entire month of February and most of January with these reads, and it was so satisfying to get to the end with Tori and Darcy and see where they ended up, how they ended up, how they got there, the entire journey to meet their family and to experience so much with them. Sorrow and Starlight. And the last book that was very impactful for me is Onyx Storm. For those of you that do not like Rebecca Yarros, I'm so sorry. This is not like the number 1. Again, these are not in order. This is not the number 1, but Fourth Wing, the Imperium series, as well as the ACOTAR series are the reasons why I decided to read fantasy romance. So these books will always have a special place in my heart, and Onyx Storm was extremely impactful for me. I bought physical books, I bought the audio book, I bought books for friends. I wanted everyone to share in this one. I loved Onyx Storm. It was a 5-star read for me. If you do not agree, I'm so sorry. These were the 10 most impactful books for me so far this year. I can't wait to see how I feel after quarter 2 is over.